Hi everyone, Amy here, and I want to show you a project that I've been working on. It is very similar to this layout that I made and was recently put on Graphic 45's blog. So if you want to see it on there, go ahead and check them out. I use a lot of their papers. They're one of my favorite paper companies. So this was the layout that I made, and I wanted to show everyone how I do that. What I do is I find a background paper and pick something sort of plain, something not too busy. This one is kind of busy, but I wanted to use this paper collection. So it was one of the plainest of that collection. So I went ahead and picked the orange. I'm using, let me find the stack, hold on. I'm using these papers, and they are from the an Eerie tale. They've got some really pretty sort of fairy tale pictures in them, but they're more on a Halloween side. So there's Halloween colors in there. And so what I do to start out with is I take my ruler and find 6 inches on my paper, and then I draw a line to the other 6 inches, and then I do it again at 4 and at 8, and that gets me my 3 lines. You can make more lines if you want, but space them out 2 inches a piece. The reason you do that is so that you have enough space in between your chevrons. So I like this technique because it's a really great way to use up your very small scraps. They are 1/2 inch triangles, so you can take 1 inch square and cut it in half, and I'll show you how I do that. I just take my scrap piece of paper and I make an edge at the very closest part. Now, didn't get all the little corner out of there, so there was like a little dip. So I just get this like this, and then I make a 1 inch cut like that. Okay, so this part right here is 1 inches. So now I just need to cut off the angles, and I can go ahead and, you know, trace this, and if it was a little bit longer it would work, and make a 1/2 square there. So I just go like this and stick it in, and I measure it up and just go like that. And just do, you know, go ahead and go down all the whole way down. And then I stick the little squares in here on an angle and then cut. So this one up here got a little bit turned because I wasn't holding it. But these ones turned out fine. Next time I should hold it a little carefuler. More carefully, sorry. And so I'm just going to move these scraps out of the way. And so then what I do is I ink all the edges. And the reason I ink the edges is because it makes it so you can see it better. It looks more distressed. And then I line up all my little squares or triangles in the order that I want them, spacing the colors out so that the colors aren't touching each other, that are similar. On this one I use some ABC primer. Most of it's an Eerie tail, but some of it's curtain call. We've got some more ABC primer in here. We've got, this is Nutcracker Sweet. And I'm just using colors in the same palette. So, and then some other pieces of different papers that I have left over in coordinating colors. So I ended off with this one here. So then I'm going to go ahead and glue here. And when I start over here on the side, the best way to do it is on the line here, start with a triangle up and then do the next one down. And once you get started, it's really easy. But if you need a picture for guidance, I have pictures of my other layout on Pinterest. on Graphic 45 site and pretty much all over wherever I post stuff. So anyway, so you just put a little glossy accents on it and stick it down, and you just want enough to tack it down. You don't want a ton of glue because you're not really gluing it down like you would to keep it there forever, because then I take it into my sewing machine and I stitch along here, and I can show you what that looks like, a close-up of that on this layout here. I hope you can see that on the camera. I don't know if it'll show up, but along here I use a straight stitch, and then I just followed the edge of my foot along all these pieces and made it centered. So it was very, very easy, and that just gives it sort of like a quilt look, which I like. So you just do that, and then you just keep gluing them down, and you want to alternate the direction. And the best way to remember which way to go is that you want to have a V here and a V here. So here we've got this coming down, so you want to go back up. So when you get your next paper, let's see. I think oh yeah, no, that's right. I was looking at the wrong paper but grabbed the right one, so I'm like, why would I put two the same color next to each other? Well, I wouldn't. I was looking at this one but meant to grab the one I grabbed, so. So then you just keep going along all the way down your line, and the line is there to help you go straight, so you don't end up going crooked. Okay, so then you'd finish all the way down, and if you notice on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, it doesn't quite come out even. At least it hasn't on the last couple projects that I've tried. So what I'm going to do when I get to the end is I'll go up here and do this one, and then I will cut off this extra little piece and then mount this on another sheet of paper to get it to have the end and the beginning nice and flush with the edge. So, because I want it to be like this side. I don't want to have this weird gap. So when I get to the end, I'll just trim that off evenly and distress the edge again and mount it to another sheet of paper. So I just wanted to show you guys this technique. It's very simple to do. It's a great way to use up, you know, all your little scraps that you have left over from other projects that you do. And I just really love the finished product, what it looks like in the end, and I will show you another one. And I made several of these. There's other pictures of one I made using French Country paper line, and I really liked how that one turned out. So if you want to see those pictures, check out my Sew Scrappin' page on Facebook, or check out Pinterest, because I've got some other photos on there. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.